Once upon a time, there was a rabbit who was very good friends with a tiger. They would play together every day, and the rabbit would always win. The tiger would get so frustrated that the rabbit would tease him, "You're such a loser. You'll never catch me." The tiger would get more and more angry, but he would never give up. He would keep trying to catch the rabbit, but the rabbit was just too fast for him. One day, the rabbit decided to have some fun. He started running around the tiger in circles, and then he started to slow down.
The tiger thought he had finally caught the rabbit, but the rabbit was just playing with him.
He suddenly turned around and ran away. The tiger was so frustrated. He let out a big roar and started chasing the rabbit again. The rabbit kept running until he reached his burrow. He looked back and saw the tiger standing at the entrance of the burrow. The tiger was furious, but he couldn't do anything. The rabbit had outsmarted him once again. The rabbit and the other animals all laughed at the tiger, and the tiger felt like a real loser. Once upon a time, in a faraway jungle, there lived a rabbit. This rabbit was very arrogant. He would boast, "I am the fastest animal in the jungle. No one can beat me." All the animals would laugh at his foolishness, but the rabbit didn't care. He kept boasting. One day, a tiger approached the rabbit and said, "Hey, you keep boasting that you are the fastest. I don't believe it. Let's have a race, and you can win a prize." The rabbit and the tiger made a deal. They would race from the top of the mountain to the bottom, and if the rabbit won, the tiger would give him a big, juicy steak. If the tiger won, the rabbit would give him a carrot. The next day, they both went to the starting line, which was on top of a tall mountain. And when the sun was just about to set, they started the race. The tiger ran fast, but the rabbit was faster. Soon, the rabbit was out of sight. The tiger was getting worried. If he didn't catch up with the rabbit soon, he would lose. So he ran, and finally caught up with the rabbit. The rabbit was so tired that he had taken a break under a tree. The tiger said, "Hey, why have you stopped? We still have a long way to go." The rabbit said, "I am tired. Let's take a break." The tiger said, "No, there is no time for that. We have to hurry up." But the rabbit refused to move. The tiger got angry and said, "If you don't want to race, then I will win by default." Just then, some monkeys appeared on the tree. They had been watching the race, and one of them said, "Hey, the tiger has won. He is the fastest." The rabbit and the tiger were confused. They had been racing each other, but how could the monkeys declare the tiger the winner? The tiger and the rabbit looked up at the monkey and said, "You are wrong. We're the ones who should decide the winner." The monkeys said, "Well, then look for the judges." The tiger and the rabbit were confused. "Judges? Where can we find judges?" The monkeys pointed towards the top of the mountain and said, "There, at the top of the mountain, you will find the wisest owl. He will be the perfect judge." The rabbit and the tiger thanked the monkeys and went to look for the owl. At the top of the mountain, they found the owl. He was sitting on a tree, and when he saw the rabbit and the tiger, he asked, "Why are you here?" The rabbit said, "We were racing, but we couldn't decide a winner, so we thought you could be our judge." The owl said, "I don't know the rules of your race, so I am afraid I cannot judge." The rabbit and the tiger explained everything to him, and the owl agreed to be their judge. He took them back to the starting line, and they began their race again. This time, the rabbit didn't take any breaks, and he reached the finish line first. The tiger was very disappointed, but the owl announced the rabbit the winner. The rabbit was very happy. He had won the race, and he also got a big juicy steak.